All right, man. All right, welcome to the Voncast Show. There you got Ozzy, man. How's it going, bro?
What's up, boys?
Chilling, dude.
What's up, kid?
Cool. Thank you, man. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Start with introductions, man. Who are you and what you do? What do you do?
Right, my name's Ozzy the Grouch. I'm a rapper. I'm a student here at CSUN as well, you know. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, man. All right. So I guess we start from the beginning with the show, man. Talk to us about your childhood and kind of where you grew up.
My childhood and where I grew up, that's a great question, man. I was born in New Jersey, actually.
Oh, okay, New Jersey.
Yeah, great.
Hey,
I moved to Florida when I was 10, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because my parents had to move around for work and shit. Oh, the back don't want to stay. Goddamn.
That's cool.
And so I moved to Florida when I was 10, and then I had a couple of issues in Florida and shit. And my parents were also able to find some other stuff in Texas. So they decided to move to Texas. We all moved to Texas. And then when I was 17, we moved to Atlanta. And then when I was 22, I came out on vacation here to Los Angeles, and I thought it was sick as fuck, so I just moved out here.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah. So and then now I'm like 25.
Okay.
Hanging out.
Nice,
Hoping
man.
to graduate soon.
Awesome, man. What's your major right now?
Oh, right. I'm majoring in CIT, Computer Information Technology.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Dope.
And
Okay.
I'm also minoring in sociology.
Nice. What was your first exposure to hip hop? Was it rap music? Was it like breakdancing, graffiti?
That's a great question, man. I think the first hip hop I ever heard was probably like Ashanti and Ja Rule.
Nice.
Or like what else did I listen to, man? As a youngin', man, I used to listen to like Birdman or like what was that crew he was in with?
Good Timers?
Yeah.
That was dope, man.
Right, I used to write, with Manny Fresh. And I don't know, I probably sprinkled some Nas in there. At some point I listened to Nas and I was like, this shit right here is exactly what I need to be listening to. Right, yeah.
Which Nas was it? You listened to it first? You remember the first Nas
Which
song?
album?
Which
song?
What was the first Nas song you heard?
I think, I think the first song was One Mic. You ever heard
that was classic.
Yeah, that was a great song. And I think that was like on his third or fourth album. But after I heard that song, I copped his first album, Illmatic. I listened to it so many times. I lost it and I repurchased it, you know?
That's classic. People argue that the hip hop Bible, one of them is Illmatic.
Right.
So it's one thing listening to music and hip hop. What made you decide to become a rapper or be a musician?
Well, that's also a great question, man. Well, recently it was because I've seen everyone else knows how to make music, and it's not really that hard, obviously, to make poppin' music. And I've seen that a lot of these people that make this poppin' music, like, aren't the greatest influences, like, period. But even more than that, they like purposely try to use their I don't know how to explain it. They're like horrible like morals to like spread, these effed up mentalities that we've been you would think that the technology age would bring us closer to like a better moral standard,
right.
But in reality, right, these people push for like a worse moral standard, and like like you ever heard of Boonk?
Yeah.
Right. So he used to like steal from places and shit. Obviously, it would be cool because these places have insurance policies and shit. But it's still left up, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just hopping onto like the Dunkin' Donuts counter and like stealing all the donuts and shit. Like it's.
Yeah. I agree because platforms that promote that stuff, World Star, stuff like that. It made people are like, I ain't got to rap anymore. Let me just do some outlandish, crazy, risky, dangerous.
Right, and even all that marketing, because it's technically marketing, right? All that marketing isn't even really in the art, which is the music, It's just in like what being an asshole, which is funny. Like it's funny. I'm gonna be honest, it's funny. I watch that shit too, But at the same time, like, I don't know, man. If I was him, I wouldn't be like trying to do all that. I mean, he's thankfully now he's kind of changing it up, which is great.
Yeah, we're just gonna have that name as that guy, does that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but people change too.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's tough. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
Well, would it be cool if it was sooner?
Yeah. Let's see. So, yeah, man. So, what's the story behind your name, Ozzy the Grouch?
Ozzy the Grouch? Yeah, so I actually used to rap when I was a kid. And I went by several names.
Yeah.
I think I went by Chisco, like the hardest, and I released like 10 songs as Chisco when I was like 15. Those songs were okay. Them shits was okay.
Yeah.
But I went ahead and stopped because I kind of started I like joined a gang and shit at some point, and then I kind of stopped making music, and it was kind of more about street shit and stuff like that. But what was I gonna say? Oh, the name behind Ozzy the Grouch, right? And then after I moved out here and I decided to to rap and all that stuff, I realized I've been Ozzy the Grouch the whole time. My name's Oscar.
Okay.
I'm not a grouchy person, but I am like a really serious person. I'm not a person scared to say some real shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I just feel like I embody the character with my own sort of characteristics.
Okay, so like the Oscar the Grouch.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's a play off of it, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
Except I'm extra trashy.
Can you name any what rappers besides Nas have influenced you or how you rap?
Influenced me or how I rap?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've always loved Biggie. I mean, I've listened to Tupac too, but if anything, I feel like with as many songs as Tupac has, I feel like I just hear myself replaying the Biggie albums. I have a lot more.
Yeah.
The Locks, Styles P, specifically Ludacris. But Bone Thugs and Harmony, that was the first concert I ever hit when I was like 14 or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I also listened to like NWA as a kid as well. And yeah, I think that's about it. There's probably a few others. Ashanti and Ja Rule.
Yeah, I like Ja.
And then 50 Cent, Kanye West.
Yeah.
When I was like 15, that's when they started to come out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Locks. Have you heard Styles P and Dave East's new song, collab album?
No,
it's
I
called
haven't.
Beloved. It's really good.
It's called what?
Beloved.
Beloved.
Yeah. I don't know. From Locks, for me, I think it's always like Jada and Styles P to like go head to head, but Sheik is still really nice though. Sheik Luch is still really nice, but for me, it's like Jada Kiss, man. Like his voice, his delivery. But Styles P is not like that. He doesn't have to rap too technical, but it's like the real street shit,
Yeah, like Styles P has his swagger.
Yeah, Sheik Luch does too. He makes great music. They work well as a trio for like they've been together for 20 years or 20 plus years, which is really good. Can you describe to the audience what your music sounds like, or what kind of category of hip hop it would fall under?
Right. I specifically like with my solo stuff, it's more like hip hop and like R&B. Specifically kind of like folk music. I don't know. Like I like to make like these seductive ass songs. I love to sing to chicks. Like
that's cool.
Yeah, like when I was like before I really knew how to hit on chicks, I would just sing to them, and then that shit would work. But I also make sort of like trap music. Check out the Trash Tape, Volume 1, out now.
Nice.
And that's kind of more like trap with the homies and stuff like that. But I am trying to keep my style more like hip hop. But we'll see what happens. I try to always grow. Yeah.
I guess list some of your favorite rappers. I mean, anyone outside of the Locks or Nas, and why so?
Favorite rappers? Well, if I could talk about my favorite rappers currently today, can I include singers?
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, because The Weeknd, I feel like is a great influence on me. Or I mean, more than just being an influence, is also one of my favorite artists. Like when I'm talking about singing, I used to sing The Weeknd to chicks. Even though I obviously can't sing, but obviously if you turn up the music really loud, they can't really hear anything.
You're right.
But and then I also like Frank Ocean. I like Tyler the Creator. I wanted to say I'm into Earl's old stuff, but I'm also into Earl's new stuff. Yeah, like Solace is a great song. And then there's also ASAP Ferg specifically. Like I feel like ASAP Ferg's his flow is like amazing.
I like him. He embodied the trap flow, but he also stays in New York. You know, I like his more recent album. ASAP Gang's pretty dope, man.
Oh, and I also listen to like a lot of MF Doom even still.
Oh yeah, he's dope.
Yeah. And probably Gangstar. You know, I still hear like their albums like
that's good.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with now, you know, it's interesting how maybe like a few years back or a decade ago, lyricism was like highly coveted. It's mainstream wise, like, you know.
Yeah.
But now, not so much. I mean, the top people are Kendrick, J. Cole. They're still lyricists. You know, which is interesting.
We have a few.
Shift. Yeah.
Right, but even J. Cole, I feel isn't there when it comes to sales the way that Kendrick is. Like in reality, Kendrick's probably like one of the last stand. We also have Eminem, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like Eminem is just on some other shit.
Yeah, I mean, no one can really compare them. Eminem's like his own lane.
Yeah, Eminem isn't really old school. Like Eminem is just Eminem.
Yeah. I think also too the reason maybe Kendrick might be bigger is because he has an aftermath. You know, Dre backing. Like the whole West Coast.
Right.
You know, Kendrick's an amazing artist.
Right. Yeah, like the Dr. Dre's sort of the gatekeeper of like. Yeah. Right.
Then TDE, you know, you got J-Rock and
Right, TDE, right. But TDE has Kendrick, and Kendrick like work with Dre is sort of like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think if anything, he's like the next, or he's been the next West Coast guy. Because at first it was like Snoop or Tupac, Snoop. The Game had a cool run. I think now.
The Game had a quick run.
Yeah, he was dope, man. I mean, he was spitting bars.
No, he was my shit. Like, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the Game wasn't the embodiment of the West.
True.
Really, you know.
Okay, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though he was like, oh yeah, I'm West Coast from Compton, blah blah blah. But I mean, I don't know.
That makes sense.
That's not really the same as like West Coast type stuff.
Yeah.
He came out. The way that he came out hot was with G Unit, who's from the East Coast. So
that's true.
Yeah, so it's just weird.
That's true. Yeah. Do you have any advice for people who want to pursue a career in music?
Yeah, I would say don't stop. You know, cause like sometimes like the tracks aren't the hottest. You know.
Yeah.
But it's always important to be aware of how you're making your music. And like in terms of like how you're ordering things and composition of the song itself, and it's always important to keep putting yourself out there. Like if you're not receiving shows, at least hit like open mics. Like that's just free advertising. Like so I mean, and if your music is at least halfway decent, you'll get at least a single person to be interested.
Yeah, I think open mics are like. You gotta keep doing those, and I agree with the consistency. Like, I'm not the type of artist that just have like try to go for that one big track. I gotta have just like be consistent and drop stuff as much as I can. I don't really have expectations really with music, with like how well it's received or anything. I just keep making it until you built up a catalog, and you may not be the best rapper, but you can have a catalog that's decent, respected. You know.
Right.
Do you have any other current artists right now, or we answered this right? Like that you're feeling at the moment. You said Weeknd.
Yeah, currently I would say The Weeknd. I mean, I've currently been listening to. I heard Eminem's last album. It was pretty good.
Kamikaze, right?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It was pretty good.
It was back to
respect. It's like okay, respect that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like okay, he was able to come out and make sort of like a trappy album. You know what I mean? Like, which is great. We've all proven that we can make trap albums. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I mean he did something really unique. But he rapped the way he rapped on trap albums. It was good. It was like I think it's better than his previous release.
Right, for sure, but better than his past 3 or 4 albums.
Yeah, I stopped listening after Recovery. I really tried to like Marshall Mathers LP2. A few good songs, but I felt a bit deceived because he named it Marshall Mathers LP too, and the first Marshall Mathers LP was classic.
Right.
Listen to it front to back.
Yeah, man.
This one,
still do.
it still do. Yeah, I don't know. I miss that old like Slim Shady Eminem.
Yeah.
But it's still cool. Do you have any projects that you'd like to announce?
Currently, well, yeah, I'm currently dropping The World Is Yours.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of my personal mixtape.
Nice.
All the covers for my songs are like pictures of me as a kid.
Okay.
With the blue background.
I noticed that, yeah.
Oh, you saw it, right? Yeah. So all those songs are on the same mixtape. I still have a few more songs to release, and so I mean I should have it finished before the end of the year, and then I'll release some sort of like, I don't know, I might sell like CD copies on the low.
Yeah.
Right, for like, you know, for a few dollars or something for people that really want to have a CD to play in their car. Because I mean, I've had a few people ask me for that.
That's interesting. That's good.
Yeah.
Also merchandise too, man. If you can find like a place where they do T-shirts and everything.
Right, I was also thinking about that too, but I'm just trying to focus on releasing the music for now.
Gotcha.
Right, and then after then I can just be like, oh, for everybody that really like absolutely like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Where can we find you on social media, man? Social media, where can we find you? Which Instagram?
Oh, well, yeah, you can just look me up. I'm Ozzy the Grouch. I should be the only one.
Okay.
On Instagram, I'm Buddha Booty Bills. Buddha Booty Squeeze
Right.
Bills.
Ah, that's pretty dope. Okay, that was the one that I thought that was your rap name at first. No, it's Ozzy the Grouch.
Oh, no. I mean, I was trying to switch it up,
Gotcha.
keep it interesting. Yeah.
Cool, man. All right, well, thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you.